Welcome back to Canoe Live. I'm Gareth Wheeler. Some big games went on in the World Cup today, including the Netherlands in action against an Ivory Coast team who was very tough. The Ivory Coast just lost to Argentina in their first game. Netherlands today came out on fire. 2 first-half goals by Robin van Persie, followed by one by Ruud van Nistelrooy, was enough to put Netherlands, give them a 2-1 victory. Other games that went on today were those Argentinians. They came out on fire as well, beat Serbia 6-0. Can you believe it? That's a ridiculous result. As well, Angola tied Mexico. We got an email about this so-called group of death featuring Netherlands and Argentina. Chuckles says, what kind of group of death was that? He says, look out for Group E, which they play tomorrow, which is Saturday, including the U.S. and Italy and Czech Republic and Ghana. So look out for those games. All right, time for a daily call to action. And this also comes from World Cup action. And an email, from Jimmy. He wants to know what's up with Ivan Kavides. Now, this guy plays for Ecuador, scored the 3rd goal of their game yesterday, and he actually put on what looked to be a wrestling mask. He's like, shouldn't that be left for the NFL? Well, you know what? This guy put on the mask to pay tribute to a former teammate of his that actually died in a car crash. They called the guy Spider-Man. So for Ivan Kavides and the whole Ecuadorian team, here's that goal one more time.
And the party has started for Ecuador. Mendez curls it to the back post. Caballetes! It's 3 for Ecuador. They are going on to the round of 16. What a celebration from Caballetes.
I like that look, you know?
That was good. It was like a yellow Spider-Man right there.
Tobey Maguire's got nothing on him.
Good stuff right there, man. I love the fact there's so much in sports going on, because this weekend at the box office, slim pickings, unless you like wearing masked professional athletes to get in the ring. Jack Black is putting on some spandex in the brand new comedy Nacho Libre, and here's a clip for you.
Chancho, when you are a man, sometimes you wear stretchy pants in your room. It's for fun.
Oh, man, that looks like a lot of laughs. Now, the cool thing about this movie is it reunites Jack Black with the writer of the School of Rock, Mike White, on this. And the director is the director from Napoleon Dynamite, Jared Hess here. So, as you can see, it's clearly not highbrow comedy, but there are a couple laughs. In fact, Jim Slotek loved this movie. He reviewed it in today's Toronto Sun, gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and he said, frankly, if midget wrestlers with troll masks don't make you laugh, well, I guess you and I don't laugh at the same thing. Hey, you know what? I'm a big fan of masked midgets, so got to go with Jimmy on this. Now, joining us right now to talk about some other releases this weekend, Bruce Kirkland from the Toronto Sun. Bruce, good to see you.
Greetings.
Now, you had the assignment of covering the brand new Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves movie. I know it's been 12 years since we saw them in the blockbuster Speed. The Lake House is the name of the movie, and bottom line, is it worth the ticket price, Bruce?
Absolutely yes. I was really surprised. Maybe even a little shocked, but absolutely yes.
Now, what made it work? What was the big selling point for you?
Actually, it's a preposterous kind of idea. They're supposedly separated by 2 years in time, exactly to the day, and they live in the same house, and the sequence of time jumping back and forth between 2004 and 2006 makes your head spin. And it's the kind of idea that normally you'd think, gimmick, it's not going to work. Well, there's a little bit of magic realism brought in by the Argentinian director that Hollywood hired to make this picture, and he makes it work, and that's the magic of it.
Nice. Okay, so we got the magic back on this one. Maybe not so much magic in the new Garfield sequel, The Tale of Two Kitties. Now, before you weigh in on this, Bruce, Kevin Williamson from Sun Media, he compiled a big list of the worst sequels ever and posted it on the Canoe Forum. And some of these that go on, Exorcist, Ghostbusters, Speed, Batman and Robin the worst. In fact, people reacted to this right away. I want to get to this response on the Canoe Forum. Ozzy1, he agrees with this list, and he did say Weekend at Bernie's 2 should be added to the worst sequels. Got to agree with him. Nightmare also weighed in. He thought, you know, Batman and Robin was the worst. Mortal Kombat 2, close second. And Caddyshack 2, Terminator 3, and Teen Wolf also should be added. Now, you saw Garfield. I read your review. You weren't a fan of it. Where does Garfield rank in the all-time worst sequels?
Well, I'd put it in there somewhere in that 10 list because I think it's just an absolute insult for the audience. And I love Jim Davis's comic strips. So to me, both movies are a travesty. So this sequel just adds more insult to injury.
Oh, no. Okay, if we could ask your critique real quick, what do you think is the worst sequel of all time, Bruce?
Now, it's not Garfield.
No?
I had actually, because I was just talking about the Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock picture,
yeah.
I would put Speed 2 as probably the worst sequel of all time, just because it was so moronic, so absolutely monumentally disastrous. And Sandra Bullock is now saying that she wonders why her friend Keanu Reeves didn't warn her against appearing in that sequel, because he was smart enough to keep out of it.
He definitely was. Okay, we'll take your word for it, Bruce. Thanks again for your input on the movies this weekend.
My pleasure.
All right, there you go. Now, if by chance you're going to be checking out any movies or you want to share with us any of your worst sequels, by all means, send us an email. Send it at canoelive.ca. Jeanette, do you have a worst sequel?
Well, I was going to say, Bruce was right on that.
Speed 2?
What is your worst sequel?
I think I got to go with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. And the only reason is because they put Vanilla Ice in it, and then they did that whole Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go
the whole movie.
Yeah, they got away from Master Splinter, and it was a travesty.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
I'm distraught right now. Can you see it?
With that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I need to take a breath here.